William, here's a look at one of your slalom training runs for this past weekend. You did a great job all weekend fighting, staying in the course, trying to find that finish line. Great job. Let's check it out. William. Like I said, fighting down there, finding that finish line, although we didn't see the finish line. All right, top here was pretty firm, pretty icy. You know, you were trying to bring shape back. You were trying to turn above it. Not easy, but we do need to try to carve a little more of the top of the turn if we can. And we got to narrow the stance. You'll see that throughout this video, but narrowing the stance would help us a couple things. Find the outside ski better and better use of ankles and knees. It's pretty hard on a wide stance to really roll up the skis using ankles and knees, and it's hard to find the outside ski. We tend to be very two-footed. So a lot of skidding up there. The hairpin, came in, not bad. Just slow in that transition. You came in. We needed shape in, shape out. Probably not quite as much shape. You kind of ran straight here, but we just had to be tight to the fit. You need to be tight to those next two gates, that are next to each other. The middle of the hairpin. We need a good direction coming out. We need a high line coming out when it's offset afterwards, which it was here. You need to be cross blocking. We need to shin those off, and none of that was happening. So, we ended up skidding low and being on the inside ski. The skis separated here. You can see your stance there, and then all of a sudden it gets really wide because you lost the outside ski. Because you're coming out low, it's going to be tough this next turn. So you had to kind of skid the top and try to pressure below, but pressuring below is hard. And late can turn into later, which was happening. All right. But no worries. Hey, flush here. It's got to be one arm, right? Your left arm throughout. You want to cross block, inside arm clear, cross block out. We don't want to be alternating arms and hands in a flush. One arm. Exit here. You can see, you're kind of on the inside ski. You got some divergence. So, got to be on the outside ski. So it wasn't, because of all that, it wasn't the greatest exit with good direction and a nice high line. So a little bit late and low, and you had to chuck them sideways. But you're recovering. Good job here. Not much in the pole plant department, I will say. We want to make sure we're clearing the gate with our ski pole more horizontal. That's not horizontal. More horizontal, such that we can, after we clear the gate, just drop it to the ground using our wrists. It's not really in a position. We're also I'm not sure if the gate is pushing your hand down or you're trying to push the gate down, but either way, we have to be stronger with the hand and arm in clearing the gate. You came in here, nice job. Level shoulders, no pole punch we talked about. And it appears like you kind of move the hips a little forward, but we just don't have much direction, Through this section, not a lot of hips moving forward in the transition. And again, we're talking about this gate is either, I think it's like knocking your hand down, so you can't pole plant. You're stronger than these gates. Reach forward more. maybe with a stiffer arm. Here, again, either it knocked you down or you're pushing the gate down. Either way, we don't need to do that because you can't pole plant. And there was no pole plant. Hairpin here, better job. Cross blocking coming out as opposed to above. It was a good job. Good looking turn there. Using a little bit more ankles and knees because we want to come through and use ankles and knees, although we need to be a little bit narrower. Rolling up the skis to a high edge angle platform at the top of the turn to really push against the outside ski. Right? We want to snap off turns, make short, powerful arcs, come in, clear it, and as soon as we clear it, pole plant and move to the new ski and move forward. There's no pole plant, but there is a little movement forward, looks like, in the hips, which is good. Right? We're going to be more consistent with that. So here he came up, kind of rolled him up. Pretty good turn. Probably didn't give yourself quite enough elevation or space above the gate where you intersect your rise line, because some of your turn is sort of, you're hitting the gate and your skis are heading more down the hill as opposed to out towards the next apex. So because of that, we got some of our turn below, so we're coming in a little bit low here. I do like the way you got a zipper down the hill. Great job. Great job. Hips come up, looks like. Good job. But because you like I said, you didn't have quite enough direction, so you're a little bit of a low line. So you kind of had to chuck them sideways and skid the top here, which we didn't. Ideally, we don't want to do. A lot of spray. Right after this turn is no ankles and knees and just kind of leaning in and survival mode. All right. So let's remember to give ourselves a little more space above, trying to find the outside. When we intersect rise line, roll them up, find that outside ski. We saw at the top of the pitch, hard to find the outside ski. Narrow the stance, right? Pole plant after. We don't see many pole plants. Make sure we're blocking with the ski pole, parallel and horizontal to the ground. A quick pole plant, move to the new ski, move forward, hips over the boots.